So today we're going to be looking at one of the prospects that I have my eye on for the draft. And it's a guy that kind of had a weird last year. So we're going to take a look at him. I hope you do enjoy it. Of course, if you do, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. So here we are. We're in the independent leagues. We've got Kumar, a player drafted by the Mets last year. And there were some kind of clouds hovering around everything. Is he healthy? Is he not healthy? Ended up not getting signed by the Mets. And it looks like he's been signed by the High Point Rockers of the independent leagues. More specifically, the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. So as you can see, this is currently our scouting report of what we think Kumar is looking like. I don't know, like 6'4". He's a young pitcher. One of those guys that last year, I'd probably say almost close to being MLB ready. Now there's going to be some time off. You know, how is he competing in the independent leagues? Like, how is he? Is the competition the same? There's a lot of question marks. Is he healthy? That's another thing. Is he healthy? Is this someone that we'd want to spend our 7th overall pick on? I don't know. Let's go hop into a game. Let's go see how our scouting report looks. Let's see how he performs in the league. So hopping into the game, we're going to be facing the Lexington Legends. Okay, all right. Another independent league team, of course. And let's get into it. Let's see how everything goes. We're here to watch Kumar. See how he performs against another team. So after a scoreless first, Kumar's sitting here, and with the 7th overall pick, I'm looking for a guy that is really close to being MLB ready, right? With the Cubs drafting Jordan Wicks in the first round of last year, it was another guy who may not have super overpowering stuff, but he was one of those guys that they thought he was close to being MLB ready. And I'd like to have a young core for the pitching staff, because we do have Kyle Hendricks, we have Wade Miley, you know, 2 older pitchers. Stroman, he's, you know, around the 30s. He's, you know, not necessarily young either. So to have some young influx of young pitching in the team, that'd be great, especially a top prospect like Kumar. But the issue is injuries, you know, is control. Actually, that's perfect. Control was another question mark of Kumar. So after giving up that home run, like control, I want to talk about his control, because that was something that was on the scouting report, was that he does lack a little bit of control over his pitches. And obviously we're going to have to work on that if he ends up being the pick that we go with. It's just, I'm sitting here going, you know, injuries. Can we give him a clean bill of health? You know, money. Are we going to be able to come to terms on a contract, right? That was also another issue last year with the Mets, was they couldn't come to terms on a contract. So is that going to be an issue with Kumar? So we've got the injuries. We've got the possibility of a contract issue. And then now we're looking at the control issue. And so there's starting to be these things that add up. And I'm looking at this player and I'm going, is this the right pick at number 7? You know, is this a guy that we can trust, right? Obviously, coming out of college, a lot of hype around him, doesn't sign with the team that picks him, and now he's, you know, joining independent leagues and trying to get back into the swing of things, trying to show that he could stay healthy, try to show that he still has that stuff. And we're sitting here going, man, I don't know if this is the right pick. So 3-2 here in the second with 2 outs. Can he get out of this? Gets the slider up in the zone, does the business. Again, I don't want to make it all sound negative. Like, clearly he has the talent. There's hype for a reason, right? He's got the velocity on the fastball. He's got a nasty breaking ball, the slider, the curveball combo. He's got good pitches. It's just, you know, control could be an issue. Is there a bit of a personality issue? You know, what is it? Why were all these like negatives popping up as we approach the draft or after the draft? You know, why were those things popping up then and not prior to it? So yes, there are going to be these issues. Yes, there are going to be these red flags that pop up, but that's going to be the case with every prospect, right? They're prospects for a reason. They're unfinished products, right? There's a lot of things that needs to be polished and tweaked and tuned to make them MLB players. So Kumar, the talent is there. You can see it. He's got that fastball that got some zip on it. He's got the nasty breaking ball. He's got all these tools that we want. He's a workhorse. You've seen it at Vandy. Clearly, he still has it here in the independent leagues. It's just, do the cons, are the cons outweighed by the pros, right? And that's what I'm trying to figure out with this pick. You know, I got to figure out, we got to get the right guy, because if we make the wrong choice, it could set us back a little bit, right? We've got to get the right choices for these picks. And you can see he's in a little bit of trouble, and the control's been an issue this inning. He's got runners on the corners with no outs here in the third, and he's already given up a home run. Doesn't really seem like the team's giving him too much offense. And, you know, can he get out of this jam? He ends up hitting him, and that's not what you want to see. And this could just be a bad game. This could just be a tough spot for him, but bases loaded with no outs. Let's see how he handles these tough situations. 2-2, still trying to get out. He needs an out here. We've got to see, can he do it? 3-2 now, not looking good. Alrighty, we got the 3-2 pitch. What's gonna happen here? We got to see a strike. We got to see him work the count, and he blows the fastball right by him. I guess I should just say work the count. You'd want the hitter to work the count. You gotta get through these tough innings. You gotta work through these tough at bats, these tough situations. The pressure, can he handle the pressure? Blows the fastball by him there. And obviously, you know, independent league, independent players, they're not gonna be MLB quality, right? You know, there are some former MLB players there. I know Brandon Phillips is there. I know Phillip Irving is in the independent leagues. There's a couple others, former MLB players, or just kind of like players who are trying to get back into the league that are playing with teams. But obviously the competition isn't at that same level. And you'd like to see him compete at a high level in this league, because that would kind of show that he at least has the ability to do it. This is going to be trouble. Again, a fastball just caught too much of the zone. And look at that. That's a bases clearing double right there. Ah, man. It's not looking too good here. It's not looking too good. We're definitely going to check back on him. But I just wanted to show you a quick little look into what we're doing behind the scenes with our scouting department, who we're looking into. And I felt like Kumar Rocker was one of those guys we had to have on our radar. You know, obviously the hype was there. It took some time off between, you know, not signing with the Mets and now. And saw he was here with the High Point Rockers, and I felt like we had to check him out, see how he was doing, and see if he was the right guy that we should be looking at. So yeah, today probably not the best day to showcase his ability, as he almost hit someone in the face, but he has the talent. I like what I'm seeing with the fastball, the off speed, the breaking pitches. They have some break on him. We just got to work on that location. That seems to be the big issue. So let's see if he can get out of this inning, and that's really what I'm looking at with Kumar. Another full count, though. I mean, uh-oh. Is that gone? Wow. Another home run given up by Kumar. Uh-oh. That's not good. So Kumar's day was done after 3 innings. Didn't have his best stuff that day, but I felt like I would show you one of the scouting reports that we've got on one of our players that we're looking at. Obviously, there's going to be other players down the road. We're still fairly early into the year. It's only April. I mean, we've still got, I want to say another 2 months until the draft. June 2nd, June 3rd, I believe the draft is. So we've got some time. We'll definitely be checking in on some other players along the way. But I felt like, you know what? At least I'll show you one of the guys that I have on my short list. Here's today's lineup versus the Rockies, the 2-9 Rockies versus the 9-2 Cubs. KB in left field. I had to highlight KB in the reunion with the Cubs. Obviously, he had his reunion last year when he went to with the Giants. When he was with the Giants? But I felt like, you know what? New team. Let's go visit him in Colorado. It's a rainy day out in Coors. I don't like that. Today's pitcher is Austin Gomber. 17.47 ERA. Oh. Yikes. You don't like to see that. Or maybe you do. For me, I like to see that. All right, Nick Madrigal, not necessarily taken off the way I would like. Average low, on base percentage low. I don't expect the OPS to be high, the slugging percentage to be high, right? Like, I'd like for him just to get on base. That's the big thing with him. That's the big thing that I'm looking for with Madrigal. I need him to get on base. That's like his whole approach. 2 strikes, the dude doesn't strike out. The guy gets on base. The guy at least puts it into play. And the issue is, I'm just not seeing a lot of that with him, right? I need him to kind of turn things around. Still super early into the year, but you know, I'd like to see a little bit. I'd like to see a little bit of promise moving forward. And like right now, I'm just kind of like, uh-oh, this might be a guy that's out the door fairly soon. Okay. As I say that, he hits it to right field. Ooh. Oh. Is that Charlie Blackmon out there trying to make a diving play? We know he doesn't have that ability. Chuck Nasty can't go out there making diving plays, and Nick Madrigal starts us off getting down low to the curveball out of the zone, hitting it to right field. And is that Charlie Blackmon? I can't. 19. Yeah, that is. He can't make that play. He almost did, but oh, it was a slider. It wasn't a curve. Does he even have a curve? He does have a curve. Okay, it's the slider. That could have been strike 3. So I'm glad he hit that, and that should bring the run in. That's a good start right there. It actually might be a lot closer than I'm anticipating. Oh, he's hosed. Okay. That happened. That just happened. That would have scored the run. I guess I should have been patient. That's okay. That's okay. We're getting hits. We're putting the ball in play. That's a little bit better than what previous games have been. Normally, not a lot of contacts being made, but Wilson Contreras gets a hit himself, and Patrick Wisdom's up. I don't know. I feel like, was it bad to try to take that opportunity to score? No, I don't. I'm not upset at the send, right? You got to take your opportunities. I'm upset that we didn't score. That's the big thing. So let's see what we can do here. 1 out, guy on first, and now 2 outs, guy on first after VR hits into the double play. And let's see if Patrick Wisdom can do something here. Keep it alive. 0-2. And ooh, that slider had a little bit of late movement on it. And he goes down swinging. Ball gets by the catcher, but still plenty of time to get him. All right, no runs is first. Justin Steele on the mound for us, and he's actually been really good. Really good. I think his ERA is in the high 3s. It is a little high, but for the most part, he's been really good. Like I haven't had any issues with him. And you know what? He's kind of carving himself out a spot in this rotation as he throws a slider in a really bad spot. He gets Garrett Hampson swinging. Frazier gets a bad jump to it in left field. And Charlie Blackmon's going to get a single. I mean, I don't think Frazier would have made the play even if he would have gotten a good jump. It was just one of those where, you know, oh, a little hit and run. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. A little hit and run action. Kris Bryant pops up in his first at bat. And yeah, I saw that. But what I was going to say was I don't think Frazier had the chance to make that play. It was a little bloop in the left field. Definitely would have been a tough play. So even if he would have had a good jump, I don't think anything would have come of it. So still a single for Blackmon. The pop out by KB, and ooh, okay. 2-1 now. Let's go with the curve and get some swinging again. Again, Frazier gets a weird jump. That's a little worrying out there in left with Frazier. That's twice now the ball's been hit in his direction. And his reaction's just not the best, which is not what you want, right? Again, I don't think he would have had a play either way. But that's not something you want to see. And I think we're going to get out of the inning here with Wisdom camping out under it. And that's the first. Frank? It's going to be a fly out to left. Yeah. Dang it. Missed it just by a little bit. One thing I am thinking about doing for pitching is going to classic pitching. I feel like I just have a little bit too much control with pinpoint. And I feel like that would allow me to rely more on the ability of the pitcher rather than my ability to, you know, do the pinpoint mechanics. And I feel like that also would make it a little bit more difficult because just, ooh, is that Suzuki with a single? There he is. There we go. Another Suzuki single. He is starting to warm up a little bit throughout the year. I know he's had his first couple home runs. And yeah, that's what I want to see from him. I want to see him start to heat up. I want him to be a key piece in this team. But going back to the pitching thing, I think pinpoint might be taken away and we go to Classic. I just feel like that might be a little bit better, and that also would make it a little bit more of a challenge and rely more on the ability of the pitcher. That's really what I'm getting at, because I still feel like I'm pitching a little bit too good with this team right now, right? I feel like the ability is just it's just going too well. That's really what I'm getting at. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think the PCI is fine for hitting just because I'm garbage at it. And I feel like that's going to be fine, especially on Legend. And as we start to play some of the harder teams, I feel like that's a perfect example of me just being bad. But I feel like as we start to play the harder teams, as we start to face harder pitchers, we'll struggle. It's just right now, I feel like we're still in very competitive games. And I'm liking what I'm seeing offensively. It's just the pitching, I feel like I'm doing a little bit too good. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. Let's see what we can do here. 2-2 with Clint Frazier and Seiya Suzuki on first. Ooh, okay, just barely fouls that off. Chasing a terrible pitch. All right, Hermosillo, I need you to pop off here. 111 average is not good enough. And I've been trying to get you into the team more, but you know what? When you're doing this kind of stuff, it's kind of tough to put you into the team. So let's see if you can do something here with the guy on first and 2 outs. All right, a 4-pitch walk. It's not a bad at bat. Oh, Nico Horner, come on. All right, that's the inning. All right, 0-2 in the second, and Justin Steele's just kind of flying through everything. They also are being super aggressive. I think they swung at the first 2 pitches of the inning, and they both were flyouts. So they're swinging like a lot. They're not sitting back and waiting for the right pitch. And I think Nunez here has swung at every pitch in this at bat too, and he goes down swinging. I think that's what, his second strikeout so far in the game. Justin Steele, he's dealing. All right, Madrigal, you got a triple, and then I got you thrown out at home. How about we repeat that? But instead of getting thrown out at home, this time you actually score, and we don't have that tough spot like we did last time. So 0-1, and okay, 1-1 count. There we go. Like I said, I've been trying to be a little bit more patient at the plate. Offensively, we're just gonna struggle, right? We don't have a lot of pop in the lineup. On top of that, you know, I'm just not good at the game. I mean, well, I'll continue to say that. But you know what? We've been fairly good, and we're 9-2 for a reason. Clearly, we've got a little fight about us. That's going to be a fly out to Kris Bryant and left, just because there's not a lot of power in Nick Madrigal's swing. It had nothing to do with the fact that, you know, contact wasn't that great and the PCI really wasn't centered on the ball. It was more just... Oh, is that going to drop? I think that might drop. There we go, VR. Get yourself a single. That's what I'm talking about. 0-1 single. Could have been, I mean, so he got on first base anyways. It didn't matter that he swung at a pitch that hit him in the thigh. He still got on base. So now we've got a guy on first, Wilson Contreras, who definitely hits lefties better than he does righties. I've seen the splits on the year in this save. He definitely hits lefties a lot better than righties. So we'll see. Let's see if he can continue that trend and maybe get us a run here. There it is. Wilson Contreras, no doubter to left field. Fastball up in the zone. You can't be doing that. That is a home run. Round the bases for Wilson. It might be, it could be, it is a home run. 428 in distance, 113 off the bat, and that's just what we needed. A little home run right there for Wilson. Oh, Frank the Tank with the tank to left field once again. Is that all the way to the barbecue pit in left field? That was mashed. That was destroyed. 412, 101 off the bat. 2-0 count, was sitting off speed for some reason. And holy cow, mashed. Absolutely mashed. Woo. Give me a little replay of that one. I want to see that in all its glory. Come on, let me see left field. There it is. That was a moonshot. Look at that. Didn't go as far as I thought it did, but that got some distance. Circle change down the middle. You can't throw that. So a 3-run spot in the top of the third. I mean, that's just what we needed. That is just what we needed. And I like the dedication to the fans out there sitting in the rain, the pouring rain. Like, this is a pretty good rain right here going on. I said rain too much in that sentence. Are they? What's going on here? Are we talking about delay in the game? Is something going on? The rain delay is expected to last about 45 minutes. Just as I was talking about how much it was downpouring. Would you like to leave in your current pitcher or warm up a fresh arm? Let's warm up a fresh arm. Let's get someone going just in case. 45 minutes is a little bit, but we'll warm him up, get him going. And am I gonna have to now? I need to put him into a game. I can't go back. I have to put him into the game. Oh, I thought I was like able to warm him up, and if things don't go well, then okay. So the rain delay, little bit of an issue. We'll put him into the game, and it looks all sunny. It's not sunny, but at least the rain has ceased. The rain delay kind of hurt us there, but you know what? It's okay. We'll go to Alec Mills. Justin Steele was looking good through his outing, but you know what? That's gonna be a single. There's no chance I get to this. Yeah, I should have brought in the third baseman. I was more concerned about the fact that my pitcher got all thrown off by having the rain delay, but that's okay. It happens. You know, it's not the end of the world. We'll get out of this. Alec Mills will come in, eat a couple innings. We'll be fine. Can we get the lead guy at least? I don't know if we're going to. He's safe. He's safe. I should have just went to first. Frank, I need better jumps by you, man. Come on. That's all on you. You gotta do something there. So first and second with one out. Kris Bryant's up. I mean, one swing of the bat, tie ball game, right? So we got to keep the pitch low. We got to get this ground ball. At least get an out. That's what I want. You know, like that's what I'm looking for here. Like let's get an out. Let's not allow a run. That's gonna be an out, but yo, Mills, I need you to hurry up here. Woo! There we go. Okay. Second and third with 2 outs. And we might be in a little bit of trouble here. Alec Mills is not filling me with the most of confidence right now. Doesn't really have the fastest of fastballs either. I mean, I think he sits like high 80s at most. You know, maybe he'll hit the 90s if he's feeling a little spicy. And ooh, sinker right down the middle. Got lucky. Pops it up. End of inning. Well, now I know for the future that as soon as you hit warm-up pitcher, you're not allowed to go back to your starter. I thought I was just allowed to have a guy ready for me to go. I thought, you know, not that I had to choose a different pitcher. So now I know, just leave it in. I guess if it's a longer extended period of time, like 45 minutes isn't terrible. But like if we were looking at multiple hours, I probably should have changed it. This is going to be a fly out because I'm under it. But yeah, 45 minutes, I definitely should have kept Justin Steele in. I think it was more of, in my mind, I was like, you know what? Let's just warm up a pitcher. Let's get him ready in case something happens. And of course, that's not the case. So there it is. We've got Nico Horner up here with 1 out, and I'm chasing bad pitches. I mean, that's well hit. It's going to be an out because Nico Horner has no power. So there it is. Ooh, that's a bad slider. Ugh. That's at least a double. 39 speed, I doubt gets a triple out of this. Yeah, it's going to be a double. But a leadoff double. It went from Justin Steele, who was dealing, getting his pitches, getting pop-outs, getting ground-outs, getting what we needed. And now Alec Mills is getting hit a little bit. And it's not what I'm looking for here, right? We've got a lead. I would love to just keep it, allow the defense to do their thing, get the pitchers, get some outs. But I don't know, something about Alec Mills not giving me confidence. All right, so after a ground out moves the runner to third, we've got 2 outs here in the inning, and actually the ground out was pretty close. Madrigal, for some reason, got a really slow run up to the ball, and like it was bang bang. And now we're still sitting here 0-2. At least we got the out though. I'm gonna try to pump a fastball by Dom Nunez. Trying to pump a fastball at like maybe 90 miles an hour. Not really a thing that's gonna happen, but 1-2 count. I'm gonna go to the circle change, low and away. Can we get it? Okay, somehow we do. Oh, what a swing. Alrighty, Wilson. Last at bat had a home run, 2 for 2 on the day. Can he keep it 3 for 3? I mean, this is a guy that's I'm still unsure about. Is he a guy that we lock up for the future? Is he a guy that just went deep once again? It's going to center field. It's got the, is it? That was a good swing. Just a little bit late on it. I think if he's early, that's 400 feet to left field, and that's a home run. Or if you need to go deeper in left field, then, you know, maybe 450. But either way, what I was trying to say was a guy that we might not extend his contract, the guy that we might look to deal at the deadline, just because we do have Miguel Amaya. And, you know, is he really a guy that we can spend that kind of money? Because it's going to be a large amount of money to extend going forward. So I think that's something we got to continue to look at and see how it all plays out. Because again, I do like Wilson Contreras. He's one of my favorite Cubs, but it may not be the best interest into for the future to keep him long term. It just might not be. So we'll have to wait and see how things turn out. And they say they're gonna steal. So let's see what happens this at bat here with Chuck Nasty up. All right, a line out to Wisdom, 2 outs. Kris Bryant up, and a sinker right down the middle. We can't be having that. Can't be having that at all. A little change up, not really what I was looking for. We're gonna go slider away. Hope it goes away. It does, but it's ball 2. All right, all right, all right. God, these pitches are being just thrown right over the middle. Holy cow. And the curve gets him to ground out. There we go. Wisdom makes the throw to first. Easy. Got him to hit over it. Hit it into the ground. Easy play for Wisdom at third. Easy play. And we're out of it. So Mills has come in, giving us about 2.5 innings, essentially. Justin Steele got 1 in the second or the third, whenever it was that we had the rain delay. And we're still up 3-0. And Julius Chacin's come in with the curve, sinker, slider, and the 4-seam. Okay. I also just realized I was in the top corner for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how long I've been in the top corner for this video, but I've been in the top corner, which is probably wild because I didn't even notice that. I don't think I wasn't in the top corner this entire time. So I've been in the top corner since the rain delay, because that's when that happened. I think that's when it happened. Oh well, either way, I just now noticed that. So that's been a few innings of me just floating in the top corner for fun. And there we are. So now here in the 6th, probably one of Alec Mills' last innings. We'll probably turn to the bullpen here. I have Michael Givens and Daniel Norris warming up, so we'll probably turn to one of them here. And maybe in the 7th, we'll probably turn to him. I mean, Mills has been really good energy-wise. No issues. He still looks like he could keep going. He's been getting the outs, and I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing with the team. The pitching's been really good, but at the same time, it's still, I don't know if it's like pitch location or if it's just CPU ability, because we are on Legend, but I still feel like the CPU isn't really doing much offensively. So I don't know if I will have to tweak the sliders, and that's kind of going with the whole like maybe classic pitching will allow for more mistakes from the pitcher, just because it relies solely on their ability to make those pitches. So maybe classic pitching will make more mistakes pitching wise, which would allow for more hits, more runs to be scored by the CPU. But at the same time, you know, maybe just some slider changes will do the fix. I don't know. We'll have to kind of test some things out. Again, let me know what you think about the classic pitching thing. I mean, they do get a single there, which could have been a lot more because it was as a hanging pitch right down the middle. But that's usually what I end up seeing. A lot of foul balls that are very violently swung at and nothing comes of it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to go with the fastball up and in. This might come back to haunt me just because he doesn't really have a fastball. It's more of like a medium ball. But either way, gets out of the inning. Sixth is over. I think that's dropping. Is it? It is. Hermosillo with the single to left field. Just hooks the slider away in the left field. Just somehow was able just to get around it, pull it, and loop it over the third baseman. So there we are. Nico Horner 0 for 2 though. Another one of those guys that like I need some base hits from him. I don't expect home runs. I don't expect, that was meant to be a check swing. I don't expect home runs. I'm not expecting him to slug for a high slugging percentage. I just need base hits. Just slap it into right field. Do what you do in real life. Just slap it into right field. Slap it into left field. Just get those singles. We'll use your speed on the base pass to score runs. I just need you on the bases. That's really what it's getting to. Defensively, he's been really sound at shortstop. Can also play second. Could also play third if we really needed him to. I know there's been some talks of him potentially moving to the outfield in real life. So maybe that's something we could do. But at the same time, I feel like shortstop's kind of the spot for him in the meantime. And let's just see what happens here as I strike out on a sinker. That should have been hit. That one's on me. We're going to bring in Michael Givens, who's been Yeah, you know, 3 innings of work, a 12 ERA. You know, it's only 3 innings, so like one bad inning, that's gonna throw up your ERA pretty high. So still fairly early. You know, we've got a couple younger arms in the bullpen that I wouldn't mind, you know, testing out, especially in AAA. We've got some arms that I think could be really, really underrated. You know, I don't think they're ever going to be a mainstay in the bullpen, but if a guy for a season or a half a season gets a chance and they do well, you know, I could see that happening. I definitely could see that. You know, we've got a couple players with like some bad potential, so that's why I'm thinking it could be good for like a season or two, maybe half a season, where maybe someone goes down with an injury or someone just isn't performing where we need them to be. So say Michael Givens continues to do poorly, you might be able to turn to one of those younger guys. We've got Keegan Thompson, we've got Ethan Roberts, we've got a couple others as well, Manuel Rodriguez. So there's definitely some in the bullpen. We got to wait for their opportunities, and hopefully they take it when they get that. So, all right, 2 quick outs by Givens, or actually no, that's the inning. What am I talking about? All right, let's take a look back at the 3rd inning. Wilson Contreras going deep to left on the high fastball. Woo! That's what I like to see there. I mean, that is just what we needed. 2 for 3 on the day, and I mean, his fly out to center field was hit pretty well also. So like, it's not like he's making poor contact. He has the home run, he has the single. Career wise versus Estevez, not the best, so we'll have to see how he does here. But I mean, there's still a chance we get a hit here. 250 average, not the best year so far, but like I said, Wilson is one of those guys we're going to keep an eye on. Potentially a trade piece at the deadline, potentially someone that we could just let walk in the offseason. Is that getting down? It's not. All right, we could let walk in the offseason, or a guy that we lock up long term. You know, it's kind of tough to find good catchers in the league, and he is a good catcher. So keeping him, I'm not against it, but I'm also not against letting him go. All right, so a pitch in the dirt allows VR to get to second base, and VR was actually hit, so that's why he got to first. And then now a pitch in the dirt allows him to go to second, and we've got a full count here with an out. I was considering maybe doing like just a hit and run with the guy at second. Kind of sounds crazy, I know, but it might actually not be the right call. So I'm glad I didn't, because that would have been probably getting doubled up there. All right, Frank's gonna bring in another run. Sat back on the slider, hits it up the middle. Just what we need. Frank the Tank delivering with his 2nd RBI of the day. So I think Contreras with 2, Frank the Tank with 2. I mean, they're doing what needs to be done. I just need to say a Suzuki now. Maybe a home run. Ooh, I'm down for it. Let's make it happen. It's gonna be a line out to center field, I think. Ooh, it actually drops. It drops. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go to third. Schwindel would have been hosed, but Suzuki gets his 2nd hit of the day, and we're threatening a 2-out rally. We got Clint Frazier, who's 0 for 3. Actually, do we let Frazier hit? Do we have somebody I can turn to here? We could go to Ortega. We could go to Happ. We can go Hayward. I'm probably going to go defensive change anyways. So let's go with... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with... Let's see. I mean, they're both having really bad years. Let's go with Happ. I think Happ's a better fielder anyways. Somehow he's a better fielder. But let's go with... Yeah, let's go with Happ. Let's go with Happ in this situation. He hits righties better anyways. And we'll make the switch. So, Happ comes in with 2 outs. Guys on first and second. So, chance to get some runs in. And there we go. He delivers just what we needed. Probably getting 2 runs in on this one. And to be honest, I might get greedy here. Happ's going for 3. We're going to get a pinch hit RBI triple. A pinch hit 2 RBI triple, by the way. And that's big brain plays right there. Getting the pinch hit situation. Happ rips it to left center field. Rolls all the way to the wall. And we've got a 2 RBI triple there. Just what the doctor ordered. I mean, look at that. You can't get better than that. I mean, a home run, yeah, but outside of that, we did everything we needed to. And then we've got Hermosillo up. Things are looking pretty good. So here we go. How can we extend this lead even more? Ooh, okay, a little bit late on the 2-seam. That's all right. We did some damage. All right, so to close out the game, we've got Chris Martin coming in the 9th. And both our 8 innings were pretty bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Schwindel can't make the play, and first pitch swinging, they're gonna have a leadoff runner. Ooh, with the single. But yeah, both of our eighths were terrible. Like, it was just not what you want to see. But now in the ninth, or I guess I should say their eighth, our ninth were pretty bad. Just not what you want to see. It was not good. So here we are in the bottom of the ninth, and after the leadoff single, we get a fly out to the left. Sam Hilliard's up. See what we can do here. And I just felt like Chris Martin was the right option here. Rather than going to our closer with a 6-run lead, doesn't really seem smart. That's something we should be doing. So now 1-1. A ground out here would be great. I mean, 87 speed is going to be pretty close. He's going to be safe at first. Yeah, it was just too slow. Too slow to pull, get the double play. Woo, to turn two, but we still get the lead runner. So Dom Nunez, I mean, this should be game here. Nothing against Dom Nunez and all. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely should be the game. And 2 quick strikes. You know what? We'll go to the changeup low and away. We'll see if he chases it like he did earlier in the game. He goes after it. I think he would have had to anyways because it was a strike. But let's go with some high Chad. And that's the game. There it is. All game. So again, another good game by us. That brings us up to 10-2, while the Rockies are 2-10. And that's the game that we need. We need to close out against teams that are bad against us. And the Rockies are just bad. Rockies aren't a good team. They're not. They've got some good players, but they're not a good team. Are the Cubs a good team? You know, that's to be seen. To be seen. Couple home runs, couple clutch hits. Ian Happ with that 2-run triple. And again, I think the offense is going to be hit or miss from some games. Like some games we're going to do really well. Some games we're going to do really bad. And I think the really deciding factor with this team is the pitching. Are we going to have good pitchers throughout the entire year? Can we rely on the bullpen, our starters? Because like I said, I think the offense is going to be able to grind out some games. It's just the pitching. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But Schwindel with the great game, Contreras with the great game, and you know, Ian Happ coming off the bench to give us that 2 extra runs, just what we needed. And that's where it's going to end for today. So I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel for new and enjoy the content. And of course, in the comment section, let me know what you thought about today's episode. That's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Did you enjoy today's video? If you did, I've got another one for you right here. Boom. Right there. Check it out. It's going to be great. Recommend this one.